How can you tell if a woman is ready to move on from talking or kissing to something more spicy? Women's sexual arousal works in a much more complex way than men's. That's why it's so hard for most guys to figure out whether a girl wants intimacy or not. In this video, we'll uncover 13 signs that a girl is ready to spend the evening in bed with you. Some of them you will hear about for the first time, and some of them are carefully disguised by women. Watch the video to the end so that you can always correctly identify the exact moment when a girl is wet and it's time to make a step further. The first sign of a woman's sexual arousal can be seen in her restlessness. She starts squeezing her thighs, rubbing herself against the seat or bed. You may even see her legs shaking. She would prefer it to be a man's hand or some other organ of his, but for now, she has to unconsciously stimulate the lower half of her body by making such moves by herself. The second sign is the reddening of her cheeks and forehead. Once a girl gets turned on, her body increases blood circulation in certain areas, including her face and chest. As a result, a blush comes out on her face. The girl's cheeks may start to burn. Think of it as a natural physiological reaction and an obvious sign that she is ready to move to the next level of a relationship you're in. Just don't confuse this effect with redness from drinking alcohol. The third sign relates to changes in her voice. This one is easy to detect during a conversation if she starts to speak in a lower voice and quieter, so you have to listen closely to hear her words. This may be her way of trying to get the situation more intimate. She wants to speak quietly and shift attention from her sonorous voice to no less important elements. If an intimate atmosphere is already there, she may even switch to whispering. Silence can be the next sign, a follow-up to the previous one. If you were having an active conversation while gradually moving closer to each other, then when turned on, the girl may suddenly stop talking. She may speak less, making short phrases only. She no longer needs to think about what to say. She wants to move from talking to more decisive actions. At these moments, pay attention to her eyes. If you see them go down and look at your lips, she definitely wants to share a kiss. You can also identify another signal of her horniness in her eyes. It's her dilated pupils that show it off. This is due to the endorphin release. Therefore, one is able to detect not only the fact that a lady wants you, but also her sympathy, or even her being head over heels for you. However, the behavior of her pupils could also be affected by the lighting. For example, if the room suddenly got dark, her pupils will dilate regardless of her feelings for the person she's talking to. In other words, upon noticing such a reaction in your interlocutor, don't immediately rush to conclusions. Give her a bit more time. Instead, focus on a combination of signals. After all, it's impossible to choose one sign of a woman's excitement among all the existing ones that unmistakably indicates her passionate desire for lovemaking. The more of them there are, the higher the likelihood that she is physically attracted to you. The sixth sign sounds like this. When a girl gets horny, her skin becomes more sensitive to touches. You may notice how vividly she reacts to light touches or gentle patting. A girl may twitch from pleasant touches as if she is being tickled. Sudden movements of her shoulders, arms, and legs can also be noticeable. This increased sensitivity is due to increased blood circulation and nervous reactions in her body. It is her way of feeling and enjoying physical contact more deeply. The seventh sign would be the unintentional arching of her back. From your perspective, she may resemble a cat at this point. Her movements become slower, more graceful. She moves in a certain way, pulls her hips back, straightens her back, and stretches her neck. She could disguise such movements as a wish to relax her back, make herself comfortable, or any other normal moves. Yet it always looks extremely sexy and appealing. Men find such cat-like moves very seductive. Thoughts immediately arise of the way she will stretch out in bed in the same way. Sign number 8. When you get horny, the heart of both men and women starts to beat faster. The only way to notice this sign, though, is to be very close to the girl in question. Besides, her breathing rhythm in turn on moments usually becomes faster and shallower. You may notice her breaths rising and falling faster. The girl seems to have a shortage of air. She may experience difficulty breathing. Sometimes ladies start doing it with their mouths. The breaths themselves are often short and shallow, although it also happens that they become deeper and longer. Therefore, make sure to pay attention to any changes in this regard. Once you notice that her heartbeat and breathing have become faster next to you, you can cautiously continue to look for confirmation of your assumptions. But don't take this sign as the only valid one. It is possible for a girl's heart to beat faster due to strong excitement. It doesn't matter whether you caused it or an encounter with a big scary dog. Getting up from a chair or walking up the stairs can basically give you the same effect. The 9th sign in this list serves as one of the most obvious signals of a woman's sexual arousal. Due to changes in her breathing, she automatically opens her mouth to take some air. This causes her lips to dry out, which is why she moisturizes them through biting or licking. Not gonna lie, it looks extremely sexy. Also, a girl's throat can dry out due to rapid breathing. She may often swallow saliva, drink water, and speak less often. A kiss can fix the excessive dryness, so the girl is in the mood for one. But again, don't try to see signs where there are none. For example, if you're eating together and she uses her tongue to simply remove the remains of the dessert from her lips. Or she doesn't notice you at all, does her business, and bites her lip while thinking about things. The point is, you want to learn how to identify the real signs of women's sexual arousal, so don't try to make them up out of thin air, and twist them in your head based on your own desire. When she is really thinking about lovemaking, she will reveal her intentions slowly by sensually biting her lip while looking at you or seemingly looking away. While doing so, she may jokingly or seriously bring up spicy topics of conversation. She may look you in the eye, actively flirt, and keep hot topics going, even if she's trying to act shy. To properly recognize the signs your interlocutor gives you, be attentive to her, try not to miss a single significant detail. The 10th sign comes when a turned-on girl unintentionally exposes her neck and touches it. This is an unconscious signal to a man that she would like his touch in this or any other area. Sure, it's not about tired neck rubbing with a grimace of discomfort, it's about relaxed, slow movements. If a lady looks you in the eye while exposing her neck and touching it, then look no further. This is a clear signal. Try to gently move on to more decisive actions, or initiate a spicy conversation, then you'll understand if you've read her secret signals correctly or not. The 11th sign is about touching your hair and other parts of your body. Still, there are different types of touches. A girl in question may simply rub her numb shoulders or try to warm her cold hands. And don't you ever think of exposing her as someone who wants to make a move on you. If your female interlocutor is considering intimacy, she will most likely run her finger playfully down your neck, cheeks, and arms from the shoulder to the hand in a playful manner. She will unconsciously rub her breasts, run her palm over her stomach or hips. Movements like these can be either fast, barely noticeable, or gentle, sensual. She can lightly, as if jokingly, slap her cheeks. For example, while standing in front of you and passionately discussing matters. But try not to focus solely on her movements. Just watch her eyes and listen to what she is saying. The next indication of her spicy intentions can only be found in cuddling and kissing. At this point, you can look for the way she hugs you. The girl that is ready for smooching may try to squeeze you as hard as she can, as if she is attracted to you and doesn't want to let you go. She may also actively run her hands down your back, as if she is digging into your body. Signal number 13 has got to be her hardened nipples. Nipples are a highly erogenous zone. When a man notices that they are sticking out through her clothes, he can safely continue to fondle the girl. In summer, you can notice this sign more easily, especially on the beach or when she decides not to wear a bra under her outfit. Well, you know, if a girl wears the most covered outfits, then it would be hard to see what's going on with her nipples. However, once you notice her nipples sticking out through her top, before getting excited and anticipating a sizzling night, assess the situation first. Remember, a common cause of such changes in her body can be cold weather, nothing else. As soon as a girl gets cold, her nipples instantly react to it. They harden and become more visible under clothes. In other words, before you move on in your approach, make sure that the girl wants the same thing. To find it out, look for extra signs we mentioned earlier. Thank you for supporting this video. Don't miss the next one. See you soon. Bye.